Hello, YouTubes. I'm actually super nervous for this video. I don't know why. Like, I think this is my sister, everyone. It's my guest. So I did one of those 23&Me Ancestry genetic.com sort of things, and I think I'm nervous because I always felt that we were mutts. Like, we had genetically very diverse, and what if that's not true?
Right? I know. I was saying, what are you nervous about exactly?
Because I think the fact that I am a mutt and I have so many different ethnicities, I feel like it allows me to like make fun of everybody. And what if I can't? So that's like one thing, and then also
so you're afraid you're just gonna be like two things.
Yeah, like
gotcha.
What if I am? You know.
Okay.
So that and I don't know like the science behind genetically, but I think as siblings you're pretty much the same, like as far as the 50, ancestry 50, and stuff, exactly. Right? So before today, what would you say? What I would always say when someone would say like, "What are you? Why are you laughing?" I would say I'm English, Irish, German, Dutch, French, and then Puerto Rican, Cuban, French, Chinese, Indian, and African. Like that's like what I thought. Like because our dad, if you see him, he's Afro-Cuban, super dark skin, super curly hair. That's where we both get our curly hair from. And our mother is pretty much white as they come, you know, English, Irish, German, Dutch, French. So that's what I've always said. Is that what you said?
You've added a couple of extras that I didn't know.
What did I add? What?
The Indian part, I vaguely remember. Mom said that. Maybe like once. Yeah.
Mom was like, yeah, you haven't. You have definitely. You have.
Okay, so that's just something I never
She'd
said.
heard that we had some American Indian, like American Indian.
Yes, that I vaguely remember. I just thought that was because
she didn't know which tribe or anything. No. Okay. And then African, I just always say because of Afro-Cuban, because it's African-Cuban, so it's not just Cuban, so.
True. Okay, yeah, that's more specific.
I'm so scared.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? Okay. So I do have to say I paid, this is not a sponsored video, I paid all my own money for this, and I did the one, there was a Father's Day special, so I think it came out to like, I'll have to look it up, but it was not $199, which normally it was. I think it was $164.99 or something like that, but I'll find out for sure. So definitely wait till there's a sale. Mother's Day, Father's Day, stuff like that. There's always sales for Ancestry stuff.
Okay. I'm so nervous.
I'm so nervous, Scaredy.
How come I just don't care?
I don't know.
Maybe because I didn't pay for it.
I know, maybe. Okay.
Oh. 25.7.
Wait. Ancestry reports. View Ancestry tutorial or Ancestry composition. What do we want to look at?
It already says British and Irish, which...
I knew it! I knew I was British! I knew it! Okay.
And 25%. That's like...
Let's look at...
a quarter.
No wonder I feel like I'm English.
So English.
Let's see what this is, how to do it. The DNA reports represent the legacy of many people, human-like ancestors, Neanderthal, great-grandparents, and then your DNA. Wow. So, like, it goes back like 600,000 years almost.
Human-like
ancestors. So, like, animals, too.
Yeah. Your
DNA is packed with 23 chromosomes. The first 22 are inherited from all of your recent ancestors. What? And then that last one is just your own.
Yeah.
We analyze your DNA and can map different segments based on certain ancestries. Sample, blah, blah, blah.
Back to certain ancestors.
Back to certain ancestors. I'm so good at this. We can even detect traces of ancestry from an extinct group of ancient humans known as Neanderthals. Jamie's Neanderthal Variants, 290, so she's, wow.
More than 68%. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. More than 68% of 23&Me customers. That was like their example.
Gotcha. 23&Me
customers have some Neanderthal ancestry, and your Neanderthal report tells how much we can detect in you. Ooh, so the more Neanderthal-esque.
That'll explain a lot.
Different parts of DNA are passed down different ways. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, let's look. Okay, let's go back. 25.7 British ancestry.
Wow. That's a big
What?
Part. So we're mostly European.
Mostly European.
76.8%.
25.7 British and Irish from the United Kingdom. I knew it! That's why I love London and I love all things London. Iberian. Portugal? We're Portuguese, Reina.
So then when they say, hoi, Portuguese.
Hoi, Portuguese.
Wow.
No way. 3.6%
You're a
French
little less
and
French
German.
than I think you thought you were.
What?
Italian.
I had no way we're Italian. Scandinavian, 0.9.
Jewish. That would explain.
Jewish. I love Jewish people.
Mama Lonnie would.
Broadly Southern European.
Appreciate that.
Broadly Northwestern European. Broadly, what is that? I guess if you click it, it'll show you right there.
Area. Yeah.
Broadly.
So
like
Sweden,
very European.
Yeah. Norwegian. Yeah.
Yeah. All over there. And
yeah.
then this one is.
Whoa.
That's a big. That's the Asian one. So I clicked on that one.
No, that's still European.
That's the broadly. Okay. Okay. 11.1% Southeast Asian.
Native American.
Native Puerto Rico. Yes, we got that one right. Puerto Rican. But what is Southeast Asian?
So like this is
Malaysian. Yeah. Malaysia.
Indonesia.
Broadly
Cambodia,
East
Laos,
Asian. 0.4. That's not very many.
Yeah.
That's not very much. That's not very much. That's like the world.
Sub-Saharan African, yes. We knew that, right? So about as much Asian and Native American as we are African, which makes sense.
Okay, so then now let's go down to West African, or Sub-Saharan African. See, we are
West
African.
Yeah.
I knew it.
And we're part hunter-gatherer.
What?
That makes a lot of sense. The shopping
West African. This explains my shopping addictions right here.
Wow. See, okay. So West African even. Very much West African.
What? Wow. Hunter-gatherer. What's right? It's only 0.9. You can't actually take too much, like...
That's the shopping part.
Explains a lot here. Oh my gosh. Probably Sub-Saharan. But mostly West African. Like right there.
Yeah.
10.8%. What? Oh my gosh. Okay, and then 0.1%, what is this? North
African.
North
That's
African.
Like Egyptian, Arabian, and Arabian.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That is insane. Okay, and then there's an Ancestry Timeline.
Oh, so the British Irish is
like
fairly...
way back in the day is where
50s.
We got that from. That's where we started.
Yeah.
And then people started migrating and like getting busy down
French,
in
German,
Scandinavia, West Africa. Iberian, Southeast Asian.
And then Italian.
Italian! Molto bene!
See,
I never have ever said I was Italian.
Yeah.
Ever. Or Portuguese.
Yeah.
What?
African, North African, Native American.
And Jewish!
Wow, that actually... So it goes this way. So British is more recent.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around.
Yeah, because it shows 1710.
Okay, you're right.
These are generations back, so
that's what
earliest
we started as Jewish, Native Americans, hunter-gatherers, and Italian. I still can't believe it.
French, German, Scandinavian, West African,
my gosh.
Iberian, Southeast Asian.
How much of your ancestry did you inherit from your parents? Half and half, right?
Yeah.
So does it tell you?
So this side, Dad is that bluish color.
Does it show you like...
Mom is more of a mutt than Dad.
Is that the deal? The colors?
Looks like it, yeah.
It tells you that. Yeah. No, because then Dad would be all the blue. I think that's just their...
Oh, maybe.
I think that's a representation because that doesn't make sense.
Okay. I was going to say Mom's mostly African.
No. They're just like giving an example, I think.
It's like
your ancestry, composition, chromosome painting. Oh my gosh, I can't even get into this. What is this? So my first chromosome looks like that. Like this is what all my chromosomes look like.
Whoa.
This is, I feel like I could spend a whole day just staring at all this.
This is how science and genetics should be taught, is you just do a 23&Me.
This should be your class. Yeah. All right, let's look at this again. 76.8% European.
So
this is why I've always felt really white. People think that I'm crazy. They're like, you're not,
like, look at you.
No, like, you're like super, I'm like, no, but I feel really white. You've never been as white as me.
Never felt
like feeling as
white. Well, no, I can't say that's true. I've felt half white.
But right, you like speak Spanish and
I definitely identified more with the Latin stuff.
Then Southeast Asian and Native American. more than our African. We are Native American more than our African.
Wow. And see, that was one that I vaguely remember.
Raina doesn't even like remember saying it.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, we're American Indian. Like, this is our country.
Trump. Looks pretty illegal to me.
So bizarre. And then we're African. Like, at least, like, because I've always known that and felt that. Like, at least it's like, what if it says I'm not black? To take back every black joke I've ever said, I have to take back. Oh, man. That is so crazy. So crazy. And then so each chromosome tells you which one. That's why they come up with the percentages. That is so insane.
Holy cow.
Wow. Wow. I am in awe. This is crazy.
Explains.
I am 25% British, you guys. This is why, and you can think of whatever. Every time I see a picture of London, every time I see videos of people in London and Europe, I'm just like, this is my home.
Feels like right.
I feel like, why does this feel like now? And I've never been there. Never been there. Yeah. But there's always something that makes me go like pay attention and go, oh, what's that? Like, what are they doing with that? That looks cool. That looks like my hometown. Yeah. And now I know why. Yep. Absolutely know why. That is so crazy.
So, next trip?
And Portugal.
Yeah.
Of that.
Yeah.
I guess, but the Portugal is in the European side. It's not in like a...
Yeah, that's like...
Oh, wow.
Spain-ish
area. Italian, Raina. 1.4 Italian.
Yeah.
Wow. That is crazy.
I like the idea of being Italian.
I know.
Incorporate that Jewish into my identity.
Oh, yes, all my Jew jokes. I can totally... Okay, so now moving on to the health report. So let's see what this one says. Okay. View all reports to find out what your 23% genetic health risks. Let's open.
The BRCA one is the one that is about breast cancer, I believe. That was that gene that they
selected variants or whatever. So let's look at that. Complete the tutorial to read your report. Like, you need to read this so you can not freak out.
Your report, yeah.
The BRCA, whatever variants report, includes 3 genetic variants that increase a person's risk for cancer.
Or just cancer in general.
For some people, getting genetic results related to cancer risk can be upsetting or cause anxiety. The following information may help you understand what your results mean. It also describes some limitations of the report that are important to know. We encourage you to talk to your healthcare professional, such as a genetic counselor or therapist or shrink, if you need more support.
Yeah.
Start. Cancer results when cells divide and grow in an uncontrolled way. However, certain inherited genetic variants can also predispose cells to grow uncontrollably. If your report says you have a variant, it means you have an increased risk of developing certain cancers. If you have this kind of result, it's important to follow up with a doctor or a genetic counselor, since there may be preventative options that are effective in reducing cancer risk. You should also think about sharing your information with your family members, since they may also have a variant risk.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's why I'm including my sister. This report does not include all possible variants for the BRCA genes. More than 1,000 variants of the BRCA genes are known to increase cancer risk. This report only includes 3 of those variants.
Oh, it says that they're most common in people with, how do you say that?
Ashkenazi, Jewish descent. This report does not include the majority of variants found in people of the other ethnicities. Other factors include your risk of developing cancer, age, environment, weight, lifestyle, family history, variants, and other genes. If you don't have one of the variants we tested, you still may have a risk of developing cancer, obviously. So, example, breast cancer caused by the 3 variants caused by BRCA. So these are the ones caused by BRCA, these are the ones caused by other blah, blah. It's normal to have questions and concerns. View your report. Oh my god. You do not have the 3 variants. We do not have the BRCA genes for breast cancer. Woohoo!
That's good to know.
Yes. Thank you. I love how it gave you that like pre-thing, because I would have been like
anxiety. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. So that feels good. This is all just like more information about the BRCA. Okay. So that's that one. let's go back to the next test. Late onset Alzheimer's one.
Should say that again because I interrupted you.
Late Alzheimer's. Late onset Alzheimer's. Our genetic health risk reports. Okay, yeah. Okay, the difference between variants. I think it's this is like they're warming you up.
Yeah.
No matter what.
So
variants may increase with a certain condition, however, some variants are more common. Okay. I feel like this one might be one we have, though. I don't know why.
Alzheimer's?
Late onset Alzheimer's or whatever. I don't know why, but we'll see. Our test. Okay. 0.
Interesting.
Woo!
Could explain.
So that does not explain why Dad does not remember what he just told us and will tell us the same story 7 times in a row.
That's just selective.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay.
Have them.
Parkinson's. So I've had a little twitch in my finger since I was like 8. So this one might be 0. Oh, okay.
No warm up.
No warm up. There's like no, you're an idiot.
Like you can handle it.
Okay. At least no genetic variant. All right, I'll let go. I don't have Parkinson's. Okay. Okay. So these ones say variants not detected. So we do not have variants for age-related macular degeneration, alpha antitrypsis.
I wonder if our mutt-like background or DNA has led to us not having such things.
Because we're so diverse.
But diverse. Like, when they say like genetics are so diverse, it helps.
Yeah. That's why you don't have sex with your brother or your sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why.
That's the only reason why. It's the one thing. Otherwise, my brother looks pretty hot. Okay, so celiac disease, no variants detected. No variant detected. All this stuff. Okay, so wellness. I'm interested in this. Let's see.
Caffeine consumption, likely to consume less. That is
not true.
False.
That is so wrong.
A false.
And
negative.
It says alcohol flush reaction, unlikely to flush. Oh, so we don't. That's why I can drink a whole bottle of wine. Yeah, that's good because I knew that. I've tested
that theory
every day. Okay, caffeine consumption likely to consume less. That's weird. That's not us.
Just slightly less than the average.
Slightly less. Yeah, because that's not true.
Yeah. 239 versus 259 milligrams, like 20 milligrams. Less
likely to be a deep sleeper. Interesting. I have a hard time falling asleep, but once I'm asleep, I feel like, I probably stay sleeping because I maybe don't always get in deep sleep. Genetic weight,
Your genes predispose you to weight above average. Well, thank you.
About average.
Oh, about.
Not above. No, Raina. It's not justifying our fatness. It is saying that we should be about average age. Weight. We should be average weight.
Should.
Limiting red meat, exercising, sleeping, eating vegetables.
We do some of those.
We do some of those things. Let's see. Lactose likely tolerant. Okay.
That's true. I was more tolerant until I stopped having lactose, and now
I've stopped having lactose, so it makes me more susceptible to it. Muscle composition common in elite power athletes. I mean,
that's why. Remember that day at the beach?
We can be really athletic if we wanted to. And I've had even trainers, and they'd be like, "Wow, you're actually athletic."
Strong.
And I'm like, "Am I?" Because I feel like so not athletic. Yeah. But our bodies and our muscles respond really well.
Yeah, we can build muscle if we
could just get there if we could just get to the gym. Fat and weight are likely similar weight. Sleep movement likely average or less movement asleep. Carrier status. These are of all these different diseases and all these variants are not detected, which is super cool. So it's all these diseases and diseases, blah, 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 blah. Super cool. Traits. Asparagus order. Oh yeah, I can definitely smell asparagus. I can taste bitter. Yeah. No dimples. Yes, that's true.
Taste aversion, slightly higher odds of disliking. I did hate cilantro as a kid, and now I love it.
Now you love it. Yeah. Likely no cleft. Likely detached earlobes, yes. Likely wet earwax. Okay.
Okay.
Ring finger is longer.
eye color, likely brown or hazel. Brown.
What?
Hazily.
Oh, brown, hazily. Yeah. Like hair,
finger
likely
length.
dark.
Likely ring finger longer. Nope, I don't have that.
Yeah, it is. Your ring finger's longer.
Ring?
That one's longer than that one. Your pointer finger.
Oh, then the pointer.
Yeah.
I thought it was like of all the other fingers. I would say that's weird.
Likely no red hair. Wake up time. Likely around 8:10. Well, depending on when I go to sleep.
Wake up time.
Toe length ratio. Likely big toe longer.
Yeah, mine is.
Yeah, mine's longer than mine.
Wait, big toe or second toe?
Your big toe.
Mine is second toe.
Yeah, yours is not. That might be one of those variants in our geneticness. What? What up, cuz? That's really, really weird. What?
Third to fourth cousin. Second to fourth cousin.
What?
Do we recognize any of these people? Jennifer Lopez.
Nah.
It's not the Jennifer Lopez.
Can you imagine? J-Lo! I'm your third to fourth cousin! Hook me up, girl!
There's a lot of Martinez. But there's also like, that's definitely like English. Beagler.
So we have 3 people that are second to third cousins. I mean, that's not that far away. A second cousin?
Yeah.
Right? Who is that? Like a second cousin?
Michael Martinez. Should we know
Mitchell.
who this is?
Mitchell right now.
Oh, sorry, Mitchell.
Is your third, we predict Mitchell Martinez is your third cousin.
Well, you know, Dad had like 10.
So it's like not mom and dad,
everyone,
not grandma and grandpa,
10 children.
your great grandparents, their great grandparents, and then they had him.
Wow. So that's Puerto Rico.
Canada. Oh no, this is me. Oh. You. That's why I was like Canada.
Yeah, New York, Peru, Indiana. That's in the United States. Peru, Indiana. Yeah. Manchester, New Hampshire. So.
What up, Mitch? That is so crazy. Okay, so we can go through this a lot, but what's your overall takeaway from this experience?
What's your overall takeaway?
I have like a relief that I'm black, a relief that I love England and the UK, and that's cool. I'm super surprised and like I love that I'm Jewish. I love that like I'm Italian.
Yeah.
Those are really pleasant, surprising things that are like cool. I also have a really big sigh of relief that that we don't have any of the genetic stuff or those cancers or any of the really like hard.
That's reassuring that the only thing we have to work on
is ourselves. It's not like genetically predisposed.
I was going to say weight, but okay.
Oh. Work on weight. Ourselves. It was getting a little hot on me there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's just really cool. I think that I'm more white than anything. It's just I knew it. I knew it.
It does at least give you the right.
Gives me the right
to speak in a British accent every once in a while.
Cheerio. Hello.
Oi, bruv.
Oi, mate. Oh, let's look at Neanderthal. What does that mean?
Or pre-human. Whoa, 211.
Neanderthal Variants, which means this is less than 95% of 23&Me.
That's like rare then.
You have fewer Neanderthal variants than 95%. However, the Neanderthal ancestry accounts for less than 4% of your overall DNA. I don't get it. What does it mean?
Okay, so let's unpack
You are first out of your friends and family.
You have fewer Neanderthal variants than 95%. So remember in the beginning when it said like 260 was like the common? We have 211, which they're saying is fewer.
Yeah.
Like, so the majority of their customers.
So this guy's the closest to the guy that has 397.
Has highest, yeah.
He's closest to Neanderthal, like has the most Neanderthal DNA.
Yeah. So that would be like.
So he's been the purest, like stayed all the way back, like hasn't been diluted or whatever.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I don't know about diluted, but like. True. Yeah, diluted is probably okay to say.
It says more like super ancestry.
Yeah, like all of the people who've been in his ancestry would have been.
He had sex with his cousins.
Yeah. I want to see his
I
health
didn't want to say that. Let's go back to our main report and do our closing thoughts.
Irish. We keep saying British, but it says British and Irish. Let's not forget the
look at the Irish. Look at the Irish. I can't do an
disgrace.
Knew I was English and Irish.
I used to say English, Irish, Dutch.
And actually, in my defense, every time I was asked, it was the two first things that came out of my mouth.
Which ones? English?
Like they would say, what are you? I would say English, Irish, German, and I would go down the thing. But English and Irish is what I always thought was the more, but just from mom's side, so I didn't think it would be 76.8. So that means like there's got to be a lot in dad too.
In dad as well, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I cannot. So cool. So there's 4.8% Puerto Rican dad. Grandma's got a lot of explaining to do. Yeah. So yeah, my friend that did this was my friend who was dating a guy who. You looked at him and he looked kind of like a super mild black ginger. Like he had like really rounded features, and like freckles, but his hair was like really light. But you looked at him and you're like, that guy's a black ginger. You know, like he's definitely, but he was like, no. Like she started dating him. He's like, no, I'm white. Like his mom's white. His dad's like stark white.
Yeah.
And so
she just was like an anomaly.
He was just, genetics. They just thought, you just look different.
His Neanderthal background was
probably like he just pulled like rounder features or something. So he goes back. She gets him this for his 30th birthday or something. He goes back. He gets 25% something African, and he goes to his mom. He's like, "Mom, WTF? What is this?" And she goes,
"Explain yourself.
I'm gonna have to call you back," and hangs up on him.
Wow.
Not joking. This is a true story. Hangs up on him. Says, "I need to call you back." So then she collects herself, I think, and like calls him back a few days later. Basically, he finds out that his father is not his real father.
Aww.
Yeah, and he kind of like always knew that, but his parents had gotten divorced when he was like 3 or 4 years old. And his dad's always been his dad. His dad's paid child support for him. His dad, still to this day, does not know that like it's not his child. He's like, I don't think I can tell him. Because he just thinks that it's like, he's like, I don't want him to ever think that.
And it's not that he was just trying to do the right thing and like.
He had no idea. No, he had no idea. His mom like flat out cheated on his dad. Didn't tell anyone. She didn't tell anyone because they were married for like how many years after that. And
if he's 30,
and she just didn't know. She's like, when the baby came out and the baby was like white, she's like, thank God, like I don't have to like say anything. And he lived his life that way. Yeah. Can you imagine? Ooh. So anyway, I'm like, so I asked him like, did you tell your dad yet? He's like, I feel like I might one day, but at this point, he's like, what's the point at this point? Telling him you're not my dad and I'm 35 years old and all it's going to do is make him go like, I paid for you since you were like born and you never were mine, but like there's still that love there. And like, it's like if you're finding out you're adopted or whatever.
Thank goodness that,
But can you imagine?
That would be a shocker. That's why you were so scared.
It's going to tell me, like, you're not my real sister.
Like, you're 99%, like, Chinese, and then you'd be like, Mom,
what's going on? Yeah. Anyway, so I gave my closing thoughts. What are your closing thoughts? What are you, like, are you relieved about anything or excited or, like, surprised by any of the things?
Being as European, partly because I have not identified as European. I just feel very Latin.
Yeah.
Unexplainably Latin, maybe. Except for like if you include, so say you sandwich together African with Native American, Puerto Rican. I think it's a little closer to our.
It's 21%. Yeah.
21.9.
21.9. 22%. So like 22%. Of the
still doesn't explain why. That's why I feel more Latin than anything else. But
crazy.
No, I think it's really cool how much European we have. It makes me want to know more about that and like go see Europe.
Azenkazi Jewish, Ashkenazi. I'm sure does this mean we can just be Jewish? They're not going to make us not, like, when people try to become Jewish, they have to go through, like, all these rites of passage, and they, like, don't want you to become Jewish?
Yeah, I've had people tell me about, like, Jewish tradition.
The religion, obviously.
The religion,
not the ethnicity.
I mean, I've had people tell me, like, this is what we do, and this is how we celebrate,
and they turn you down, like, 3 times.
This is what we believe. Mm-hmm. And I just think if I was to choose a religion, that one makes the most sense to me.
I've always felt that way too. I'm connected with the Jewish religion. I'm like, that sounds cool.
It just sounds right. Yeah.
I like Shabbats and like celebrating
like
and
the
wine
family, the rites of passage, all those things. Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
This does not explain why we're broke, though. We're Jewish. We're supposed to be better with money.
Oh, yeah.
Oy vey.
Oy vey.
That's going to be my new thing. Shalom.
Shalom.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching this video. It's going to be a long one, but I don't care. It's so cool.
Yeah.
I definitely recommend this 23&Me. Super cool.
Yeah.
Wait for a sale for sure because it is kind of pricey. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.